Brand new video today sent to me by one of my loyal subscribers on YouTube. And first thing when I saw this man, I couldn't believe that creatures like this even existed, guys. Absolutely insane. This guy has the whole, red hair, glasses. He has the nose ring, which obviously is a dog whistle to the far left Marxist communist extremists. Okay, he's also got the robe on. This one's gonna be insane, guys. I have to react to it because I thought it was a pure troll. I actually haven't watched it yet, but one of my friends said, Chris, you have to react to this. So we wanna please the viewers, guys. Okay, we wanna please the viewers. The people of Ireland are always watching these videos and saying, what the hell is going on? So shout out to my loyal patriots of Ireland and abroad. This one's gonna be hilarious. Like, comment, subscribe. And let's break down some of this lunatic's arguments, okay? Let's hear it.
I don't even have a stitch of makeup on. I am fresh out the bed, but this needs to be spoken about, and this needs to be talked about right the fuck now, because the boo-boo bullshit tomfoolery I have seen on my story this morning has gotten me now, without a stitch of makeup, on camera, talking about this bit. So let's talk...
Bruh, this guy's trolling. Why is he wearing makeup?
About how the rock at Mount Misery was painted over... The Free Palestine mural at Mount Misery was painted over in hopes of what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk.
So yeah, everyone is giving out about how there's a Free Palestine sign and it got painted over with the Irish tricolour. And of course, I've made countless videos on that, guys. I'm literally react to all Macklemore's videos. I'm literally, big supporter, of course, of colonization and not actually destroying people, to a point where you're starving a country. But at the same time, guys, we live in Ireland. We have to have the tricolour everywhere. Having other countries' issues in our own country is not how we choose to live. Okay, we are Ireland, and we are putting Ireland first always, guys. You know what I'm saying?
So as a Ferrybank resident, I have to...
As a fairy, he said. As a what? As a fairy?
See Mount Misery every day. Every day when I'm walking home, I look up and I see that mural, I see that wall, I see the Free Palestine. And I am proud to be a Waterford citizen. I'm proud to be from this city, and our city stand on business so much so that when you're leaving our town, the last message we're telling you is Free Palestine.
This guy, bro, you guys are gonna hate me. I actually like this guy. This guy reminds me of people that I grew up with in Galway. Like, I thought this lad was from Galway. I was like, shit, this is one of our own here. No, he's from Waterford. Or what do you say, Wexford? Waterford.
That is what it should be. That's how it should be all across the globe. If it was like that all across the globe, we wouldn't have to fucking say Free Palestine because we'd already have a Free Palestine. However...
no, I don't like him anymore. I liked him for that split second. Now he's just too gay for me.
Certain people in our town think that their need to be Irish is more important than us minorly supporting the end of a genocide. And let's be real, girls. The words Free Palestine written on a rock is a very minor show of support. It is the bare minimum that someone should have to do. But that's unacceptable by some standards in our town.
This guy's too full on. I feel like after 1.5 minutes of listening to him, I was like, oh, this guy's kind of funny, he's kind of quirky. I absolutely hate this guy now. Why is his nails painted orange? Why does he have an orange beard and an orange mustache? He looks like, oh my god, what does this guy look like? I don't even know what he looks like. This guy, I mean, this is just mental health personified, bad mental health personified.
And I'm disgusted that we live in a town with these people. Not only do we live in a town with these people who feel it's appropriate to cover over such an important message, but need to cover over that message with what? The faux nationalism that's rising up in our communities right now, inspired by right-wing Trumpism and American nationalism.
I think he has got that correct. He says there's a fake nationalism rising up, which isn't correct. I think there's a good patriotism, good nationalism rising up in 2025 because of Trump. It has come over because of Trump. I'm trying to be really fair. Like, I'm the nicest, bro. I am the fucking nicest guy ever on this channel. I swear to God, I'm the nicest guy ever. But it is definitely because of obviously America, and we see patriotism rising up there. It's been happening in Ireland for a long time, 10 years, but it hasn't been mainstream until we saw Trump come into office. Unfortunately for us here in Ireland, we have to see other countries do some crazy shit before we, before we enact it. It's just ridiculous. And I would have loved to see patriotism rise up in Ireland 5 years ago, but big time. Now it's like mainstream, huge. So, it is kind of thanks to the US a little bit, okay?
Happening in America currently. No, actually, personally, I disagree. You can shove that one up your hole, actually. Like, shove it right up the hole. Fold the whole tricolour up and shove it. Because
why does he hate Ireland? Like, why would you hate the Irish tricolour? Like, that's so unpatriotic and so unnationalistic. That's like, why would you hate your own people?
how dare you? How dare you, number one, feel the need to stomp over another minority community who is currently being genocided?
I don't know how many Palestinians there are in the world, but there's only 4 or 5 million Irish people, like truly ethnic Irish people. Probably 3 million, honestly. But the Irish people are also being stomped over, guys. There's also Irish people that have been stomped over as well. So yeah, there's only 5 million population in the World Bank. And there's only about 5-6 million in Ireland. So we're about the same, guys. We're the same kind of ethnic minority in the world, okay? There's 1 billion Chinese. There's 2 billion flipping Indians, We're the ethnic minority in the world. An actual Irish. Like, see this pasty Irish skin I have? This is a minority in the world, guys. I am telling you right now. Not very many people like me in the world.
As a community, we know the harm, the strife, the generational issues that come with communities that live under genocide. How dare you feel the need to suppress a current community under genocide?
Bro, nobody is suppressing Palestine in Ireland. We're like the biggest supporters in the whole world of Palestine. Nobody supports us more. Or supports them more. This is ridiculous. This guy is such a clown, bro. This is the problem, man. You have these guys that are like, don't do any sort of research at all.
In the hopes of pushing your narrative that our community who experienced genocide is more important. Ireland first, my fucking arse. The point of being Irish is that you look behind you and you take everyone who's behind you with you. That is what it means to be Irish. That is what we pride ourselves on as Irish.
There's nobody here, and we don't deserve to take anyone with us. We don't have to take care of anyone, guys. You take care of your own people. Like, Jesus, what about the 15,000 homeless people?
And the fact that you want to step over, look away, and move ahead without taking everyone else with you, you're not Irish. You don't get to call yourself Irish. You don't get to use that fucking tricolour. And also, let's talk about covering over Free Palestine with an Irish tricolour. Number one, we already had a fucking tricolour up on Mount Misery. It was beside the Palestine flag. So it's not about getting the Irish colours or the Irish tricolours up on the rock, because they're already there. That's not why you did it. You did it because you believe that you are more important on this island.
I'm not so sure. I think there is a Zionist element in the world that pushes that sort of anti, Palestine sentiment in the globe. Absolutely. You see other creators in America that push it. Absolutely. So, he's not right, but I'm saying they cover it over with the Ireland flag. Hopefully that's because of the nationalists and the patriots in Ireland, and hopefully it's not a sort of a, Zionist, ruse, let's say.
Than other people, because you are a white Irish person. That's what this is about. The problem is that you believe white Irish people are more important. Hashtag Ireland is full, as you put in that horrendous fucking video, by the way, might I say. It was very millennial and very poorly created. I wouldn't hire you as a cinematographer, but listen, that's just me. That's my creative vision in the same way you have creative vision for Mount Misery. But yeah, I, again, don't understand this idea of Ireland is full, because...
Well, they say Ireland's full. Whatever you guys want to say, like I said, I'm a fair guy. Like, there's 15,000 homeless people. There's a massive housing crisis. You could. I don't agree with the sentiment that Ireland is a racist country and push everybody out. But at the same time, we can't take any more people. That's like my cousin saying, "Can I come stay at your house?" And I'm 3 weeks behind on my car payment. I'm 2 weeks behind on my mortgage. I'm broke. I can't have you stay at my house because I can't feed you. I can't give you anything. Like, you can't bring people into your home and expect to give them anything when we have nothing. We have no houses. We have nothing, guys. We have nothing to give these people that come here. Or that we bring here. This guy doesn't understand basic economics. It's crazy.
How many empty houses are there? There's what, 50,000 vacant properties in Ireland?
Yeah, so I did a video on that, guys. There's actually 100,000 vacant properties, but those properties are not vacant for people. They're owned by people. You can't reclaim property from wealthy people, unfortunately. You know, the only solution would be for the government to be building more houses, but which they're not. So forget about 100,000 free homes or 50,000. You know, you cannot do anything with those homes. They're all run down. They're all in the countryside. They're not for our own homeless, let alone other people from other countries. Like, come on, lads, that's ludicrous. The left have to agree with me on that. And actually, matter of fact, I get lots of comments from the left and liberals that love my videos. You know, they all love my videos on the left because they know it's correct, guys. You know, you have to be fair with this shit. A lot of these people are being disingenuous. They're being unfair. It's just like, dude, you know, use a little bit of common sense.
Ireland isn't full. Ireland is corrupt by powerful white Irish men.
I agree. Like, I actually agree with that, 100%. But like I said, I think that Ireland doesn't have any houses. You could call it Ireland is full. You could call it what you want. These are just semantic games. It's like a dog whistle, you know, to conservative people. You know, Ireland is full or whatever, but it is because there's no houses and they keep bringing in people. The fucking nowhere to stay, and then we have 15,000 of our own homeless. You can't have it both ways, guys. It's not how it works, you know. But it is corrupt by you know, white Irish people. Absolutely, guys. They've screwed the country. Leo Varadkar, you know, I don't know what you call him, white, but Leo Varadkar, you know, Micheál Martin, these people have ruined the country. It's unbelievable.
Who run our government and have us fighting amongst ourselves for scraps.
I agree.
Under this culture war that Ireland is full and that there's not enough for anyone. Bitch, there's plenty. We live on a plentiful, beautiful, lush, rich island.
Did this guy just call me a bitch? This guy's a biatch. He has fingernails. He has what do they call them? Shellacked nails. He has the goddamn nails in the hair. This guy's a bitch, man. What's calling me a bitch? Come on.
This island, the natural landscape, the goddess Eru provides for all of us.
What?
She can offer enough for everyone.
Oh,
and that is the intention. That is what nature wants. It wants for all of us to have everything. It's no different here in Ireland. There's enough for everybody. We can all be housed and fed. But the government disagrees. Because instead, they'd rather have us all fucking fighting and talking about minor shit, like someone acting out and covering over a Free Palestine mural because...
I mean, yeah, I agree with them. Like, it's true, guys. They just have us fighting amongst ourselves, left v right. You know, this, I don't know what this guy is. This guy's a flippin', looks like he's from another planet, honestly. But whatever this guy identify as, okay, we're against him.
So fed up with the state of society, but you have pointed your guns at the wrong people. Point blank, period. It's just disappointing. Personally, for me, as a Ferrybank resident, it's disappointing now that I have to walk across the bridge, look up, and see a racist remark, which is you covering the Palestine mural with a tricolour, not with good intentions.
See, this is where it loses me now. How is it racist to use your own tricolour? This is just this is so stupid.
Hashtag Ireland is full. Go home. Yeah, fucking right. How many Irish passports? 15 million. 15 million Irish passports on the planet. There's not 15 million of us, girl. There's not 15 million.
Bro, why does he keep calling me a girl? What the I'm calling him a bro. Bro, do not call me a girl. I think he'll get more triggered by me calling him a bro, a man. Because, I mean, he definitely doesn't identify as a man. This guy, oh shit. This guy is literally, when you call a guy a gay lord, this is what comes up. You type into Google, gay lord. This guy comes up. But yeah, that's crazy. 15 million passports. And yeah, I mean, bro, you know, 15 million passports and there's only 5 million people in Ireland. It's just, where are those passports? It's crazy.
Home. Yeah, fucking right. How many Irish passports? 15 million. 15 million Irish passports on the planet. There's not 15 million of us, girl. There's not 15 million of us. We're everywhere. So we can't decide that nobody can come here. Because you know what? If Ireland is full, well then Australia should be full too, America should be full, Canada should be full, and there's plenty of fucking Irish people knocking around in all those gaffs. But sure. Oh, it's different, isn't it? When it's a white Irish person, it's a different standard. Clearly.
No, you know, I understand his sentiment. Like, he's trying to say, like, with these other countries have Irish feel. But the thing is, guys, like, you know, Irish people in Australia, we work, we do all this other stuff, you know, we help society. You know, when people come to Ireland, a lot of times refugees or illegal people, they just sit on the dole, they don't do anything all day, and it's detrimental to society. They're not making any sacrifices, they're just looking for handouts, and it's just, you know, you can't run a nation like that.
I just think it's embarrassing for the people. I think it's embarrassing for our city that there's people who live here who think it's appropriate to punch down on a community that is literally being wiped off the planet right now. In 10 years' time, there might not be a Palestinian person.
Yeah, and in 10 years' time, there might not be an Irish person, guys. You know, I think that Ireland, ethnically, you know what I mean? And we can talk about, ethnically. I'm not 100% fully Irish myself because I'm half Eastern European, so, you know, 50-50. But you could say, okay, well, Chris, like, will any genetically DNA people actually live in Ireland? Who knows, guys? Who knows? You know, it's not really an unrealistic thing to say that Ireland, the Irish person could be gone in the next 100 years or 20 years. You know, absolutely.
In 10 years' time, there might not be a Gaza. Because that landscape will be rubble. And the Israeli government will be building on it.
Well, I don't agree with that either. That's absolutely horrendous.
Then they will wipe the word Palestine, wipe the word Palestinian as much as they can from the annals of time. You just did that. You just assisted in that regime.
Irish people are not pro-Zionist either. So, you know, we're the biggest supporters of that country, you know, for the most part. Everybody in the country.
You just removed the word Palestine.
No, we didn't.
I think that's embarrassing. I think it's upsetting. Do better, girls. I don't know.
Dude, why does he keep calling me a girl? He said do better, girls. Absolutely insane. I actually like that guy's charisma and stuff. He's kind of a funny guy. I know a lot of guys in Galway like that. I mean, you call them guys. They're like kind of half woman, half man, but whatever his gender is. But yeah, funny guy. Obviously, he's trying to be funny. He's trying to elicit a response, but most of what he was saying was bullshit there, guys. You know, you guys know what it goes. You know, if people want to represent their own country in their own country, we're allowed to do so. We're allowed to have the tricolor up. I think it's healthy to remind people who fought and died for the country. You know, there might not be a country in 10 years. You know, if Leo Varadkar and these globalists are in charge, there might not be an Ireland in 10 years. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe. That was actually hilarious. That was a good laugh to start the day. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.